Hi, this is Dr. Green. We are working on WebAssign Homework 7, problem number 10. So we are given some data here on smoking and lung volume, and what we want to do is see if smoking is associated with decreased lung volume. So now the thing we want to note about smoking here is that this is a dichotomous variable, so it's only got two values, no or yes. And so we're going to have to code that value in when we use SPSS to find our correlation coefficient. And we're going to code with ones and twos, and we've done something similar to that before. So we're going to be finding what's called the point biserial correlation coefficient. So that's when you've got one dichotomous variable and one continuous variable that's either interval or ratio. So first we're going to enter the data in two columns. We'll code the first outcome as a 1 and then the second outcome as a 2, and analyze, correlate, bivariate again. Move our variables over. We're going to make sure the Pearson box is checked this time because this is based off the Pearson correlation, and then click OK. So I've already coded the data in. Let's take a look at that. So here I've got our group variable, which is they're either in the smoking group or the non-smoking group, and then the lung volume. And actually it looks like I need to add a decimal place here to lung volume. Just take that up to 1. Notice here that the coded variable, we did a 1 for no and a 2 for yes. You just enter the value here, the label here, and click OK. So that's how we define those variables. You have to make sure they're defined first. So let's go back to our data. Now we've got the extra decimal place. We want to do analyze, and then correlate and bivariate. Bring our two variables over, and we want to make sure Pearson is checked here. It is. Click OK. So there's our correlation. Let's bring that back over. And that is this right here, this table. And our correlation coefficient is right up here, negative 0.790. And then significance, there's our p-value there, 0.007, a little bit tiny there, sorry about that. Need your reading glasses. So this is a negative relationship. So remember, the no's we coded as a 1, and the yeses we coded as a 2. So what this is saying here is that as the first variable increases, then the second variable decreases because it's a negative correlation. As you move from non-smokers to smokers, the lung volume decreases. That's our correlation. Now it doesn't show causation, but we might suspect causation. We have to examine more. And then remember, our P is just to do our hypothesis test to see if they're correlated, if it's significant. So the first answer is here. We found our point biserial correlation. And then part B, using a two-tailed test at the 0.5 significance level, they want us to state, are we going to retain or reject the null? Well, this 0.07, that's a lot less than 0.05. So we're going to reject the null hypothesis and say that these two variables, smoking status and lung volume, are correlated.